I wonder if there was a code there.
I don't know.
Notice how I went up to that 1 and it showed a 2.
Yeah.
I went over there and hit the 2 and it showed 1.
I don't know.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
That's a trick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say this. You've already shown off all the possible exits or endings of the left door.
He entered the door on his left. This was
And
not
there's
the correct way
a
to the
couple
meeting room,
if you
and
go to the
Stanley
right.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
Unless
by
the
the
game is
employee
bugged.
lounge first.
Like
just
that
to
one
admire it.
ending that wouldn't let us finish.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love. Yes, really. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
Danger
prove
everywhere.
that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I think this was the red and blue door bit.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
There's the red door.
Last time we did the blues.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
thank
red.
God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing
Okay,
us?
I'm seeing that the hallways
I
are
just-
looping back
I
on
wanted
each
to
other.
stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Is that the same door? Okay, then.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Wait. Where did we come from?
There?
No,
No.
wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we? no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yeah, but do you really have a choice?
Right? I don't think I do have a choice there,
Please,
Temple.
no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
What? Oh, I'm about to kill the narrator.
I think you're about to kill yourself.
No! Oh, thank God. No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Go back where?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Dude, he sounds
My God.
depressed.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Oh my God.
I'm just an ass. I'm gonna do this one more time just to see if I can piss him off. Maybe make him cry.
What if you actually die, though?
Ah, then damn it, I'll die. I'm
Okay,
okay
then.
with that. Geronimo.
Is it
You actually
I'm going back.
Okay. This is going to be the last ending I'm going to show off. I'm going to take the control for this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
where's
decided
the-
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Okay,
a
here
memo.
it is. Okay.
No matter
You
how
wanna
hard
get up
Stanley
here.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Are you sick of this gag?
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Right now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
You can't get back up there. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
So inevitably, give me the choice of getting out of this little fucked up thing. He just stuck me here.
Well, to be fair, I mean, you weren't really supposed to get here to begin with.
Right.
This was one that I found out purely by accident.
How did you get up there?
You just climb on the desk, crouch, climb up the desk, and jump through the window. I forget where I found that out from.
Okay. So basically, restart here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't think of any more endings, really. Because I think the one that screwed up, where you had to rate the 1 through 5, I think that was the Minecraft and Portal ending.
So you think I should have went through the doors when they gave it to me? Because he
No,
kept talking about
the game didn't load the next part because he was like, "Here, let me boot it up." Nothing. I mean, we could try it again, and if it does it again, then we're just going to end it.
At that point, we'll end it.
Yeah. Let's try it. You remember what to do, right?
Go to the right.
Yeah.
All of his
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no.
And then go through
This
the
isn't
blue
the right
door.
office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Wait, yeah, this ain't the right office. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Wait. Really?
What? What?
Can you get back up there?
Yeah, climb on the chair. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Maybe not then. Oh. Yep, there you go.
Okay. No.
You just gotta maneuver it.
I wonder if hitting yes on that thing would change it.
I doubt it'd be that different. It's probably gonna be,
Same.
you pick yes and it's gonna be the same thing. I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way
Oh,
to
do you wanna
the
show off the
meeting room,
confusion
and
ending
Stanley
too?
knew it perfectly well.
The
Perhaps
confusion
he wanted
ending,
to
the
stop
one you
by
saw?
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We can.
Yeah. Cause that one and Portal
The lounge was grand, majestic,
and one other
perhaps
we
too
did not show
majestic.
off.
Like a combination of a
But
but
I think
eager
that
to
one's
get
broken
back to
too.
business, Stanley took
I
the
seem to
first
remember
open
it being
door on his
broken the
left.
last time I attempted it.
Okay, so I go straight here.
Go straight, yeah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Follow that all the way across.
Follow it and then
Stanley,
drop
I
down
think
to
perhaps
the.
we've gotten off on the wrong
place.
foot here. I'm not your enemy.
If you go up
I
and
realize
go into the
that
room with the
investing your
telephone where he's
trust
talking
in
about
someone
her,
else
his
can be
wife,
difficult.
if you
But the
unplug
fact
the
is
telephone,
that
that
the
triggers
story
another
has been
ending.
about nothing but you
But,
all this time.
I seem to remember the last time that happened, it broke it. The game didn't load up the next part of it.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. Through here?
Yes.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue?
Blue. You gotta go through blue.
Perhaps
And
you
then the second
misunderstood.
time,
Stanley
he'll
walked
do it.
through
He'll come
the
back and
red
he'll have the arrow
door.
pointing to the red. Then turn around and then the blue will be behind you.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Okay.
Stanley walked. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience.
I bet you
with
really like this room.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It's orange. The room is orange.
Oh, yes, I
You
love
like
this
orange?
room. I love this room. I'm just wondering if I should rate it a 1 or a 5.
Let's see what would happen if you did 2.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Same dog?
I don't think it makes a difference.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Nothing. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. Since it's not going to work, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you guys and you exactly what plays out. Where he says he's got a new prototype he's going to show you. Let's boot it up. It's a room similar to this, but there's on one side it's a fire, and the other side it's a cardboard cutout of a baby. Okay? And there's a button, and you got to push the button, and the baby will like rush towards the fire, and every time you push the button, it resets the baby. It tells you to do it for 4 hours. Now, if you actually manage to do it for 4 hours, then I applaud you tremendously. But if you just let the baby burn, then it'll trigger a thing where it says, if you don't like my game, let's try someone else's game, and it boots up Minecraft. You're in Minecraft, and he says, oh, let me build you a house, and he builds you a house, and then he's like, oh, well, let's make a house out of diamonds. Let's go mining. And so he opens up the thing, and you go into a cave, and when you're in the cave, it gets so dark, you can't see, you can't mine, you can't really do anything, you're still stuck walking. You can't actually do any Minecrafty things. But you start hearing the monsters, and it's like, oh, this is much too dangerous. Let's try something else. And then you wake up in the first area of Portal. Yeah. And then you play through Portal. And then once you get through the first puzzle, which is just pressing a button, a box comes off the thing. Take the box, put it on a button, opens the door, elevator. But the elevator doesn't spawn, and you drop down the elevator shaft, and it's into a beta version of the office from the original mod of this game. And that's it. That's the ending.
Well, that's pretty odd. I like the multiple innings this thing has.
Yeah.
I think more games should have this.
Right. And I think this is, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I don't consider this to be a game. I consider it to be an experience.
Yes. Please rate your experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Because, I mean, it's not really a game because you're not really doing anything. You're just walking around and occasionally pressing buttons.
Well, according to what the fucking narrator says, all we do is fucking press buttons.
Right.
Motherfucker. I do more to press buttons, damn it.
Yeah, I mean that's the game, really.
Hey, bitch, open the doors, man. This shit ain't cool, dude.
Yeah, it's the game's locked like this. Yeah, there's a bug in the game that I've known about this, and I was aware that this might happen. But yeah, there's some parts of the game that do not load, and it has something to do with an update that came out that broke the game.
I want to kill myself now.
Well, let me tell you the best way to do that. Press pause. Begin the game again.
Bye. Okay, here we go. Watch this.
Yes.
Wait, what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, hold
Stanley
up.
decided to go to the meeting room.
You gotta be opening up some doors right here. We gotta see what's up here. What's that say? Welcome to the whiteboard ending.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single
Don't get it.
difference. Nor did it advance the
I had no idea there was a whiteboard ending.
Well, we're gonna check it out.
I think that's it.
That is it.
Easter egg? Finally?
Easter egg.
Okay.
Finally.
Let's see what else is different. Okay, so 2 rooms.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. But eager to get back to business,
I'm curious,
Stanley
like,
took
what
the first open door
all
on his
things
left.
does the narrator say? Like,
That's a good question.
Like,
Because he never said that before.
yeah, how many, like, varieties of quotes does he say in the game? Well,
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible.
let's try the
he
other
wasn't
one. The
5
one
years
that
ago.
I'm pretty sure also broke. Go to the phone, the telephone place. You remember how to get there?
Mm-hmm. Go all the way up.
Look,
You
Stanley,
go all the way
I
up
think perhaps
and
we've gotten off on the wrong foot
unplug the
here.
phone.
I'm not your
Unplug
enemy,
it.
really.
Unplug it.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact
If it
is
works
that
right, there should be a
story's been
video
about
that
nothing
plays
but you all this
that,
time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
It
about.
progresses it. But
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
part of that glitch
Not
that I
asking for
mentioned
me,
before,
I'm asking for
the video sometimes doesn't load up,
your chance to
and you're
redeem
just
yourself.
stuck in the telephone room.
To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
That's not what
picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, it's 4:30. I'm supposed to be having a bag, sack, and crack.
Am I real?
Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
I'm stuck.
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to work.
No.
Oh well.
Damn you, Stanley's Parable. Damn you. That was pretty good. Anyway, guys, how many more endings? Like two.
One more. We
One more
could do
ending?
one more, and then we'll go ahead and end it because there's really not much else to show off.
Well,
You
I
haven't
was just
already
going to
seen
say
the
that. How
thousand
many
times.
more endings is there? Because if so, we
Oh
just want
gosh,
to
I've lost count. Okay.
leave a
We've
cliffhanger
done the
for
normal
these
ending.
assholes.
Yeah, we've done a normal ending. We've done the runs around and the thing goes crazy and concludes he's streaming then dies.
Yeah.
We
did the mind control off and on.
mind control on, off and on. Well, that only one of them was the normal ending. So yeah, mind control on. We attempted the Minecraft ending, and we attempted this ending here. We have... Oh, shit. We did the confusion ending off the thing. That was our test to show that the game was going to work. So there was that. We could show that one off next. The Stanley's apartment.
We'll show the confusion. The
Yeah.
one that we showed off.